that, I think we can move on to the questions we have received from some of our, our followers on Twitter. So the first one is from Riho Can't Be Found from the Philippines. And their question is, what were your predictions in the third single before it was announced? And what were the predictions you got correct? Also, your dream coupling units for the fourth single. So let's do the predictions part, and then we'll talk about our dream coupling units. So I'll start with the predictions. So for me personally, I had a feeling that Karin and Michan would get kicked out of Saku 8, but I didn't expect Habu and Pei to be the ones to get in. I thought that Ray had a chance of entering. I didn't really think about who else would enter, but I thought Ray was going to surely enter. Hopefully Ray and Rena could enter for the next single, though I think that they deserve it. Mitch, how about your predictions?
From the teaser, I thought that the center was going to be Ten or Karin or Pon, because it looks so cool and whatnot. So yeah, it's really a surprise to see that they choose Hono instead. And I was just hoping for any kind of units, which thankfully come true. And I also think that Michan is going to be dropped. And in her recent reality interview, she herself said that she had a feeling that she just barely met up for both first single and second single. And that really, frustrates her, because she knows that she's not enough. She doesn't deserve to be in Saku 8. She had that conflict with herself. Just for me for the prediction.
Shiro, what was your prediction?
Me, I had a feeling that Michan would be dropped from this single. Yeah, but I didn't expect Karin to be dropped as well. Well, in fact, I was expecting Karin to be centering another song this single, because the reception of her center songs in the previous singles were so good for Nazekoi and Guzen. So yeah, I'm thinking that she'll stay center for this, but yeah, we know what happened. Then the only prediction that I got correct was they will be first generation centered song. So I'm glad that Risa had this single.
Okay, so Mina, what was your prediction?
Even though it pains me to say this, but I think we all agree that they had a feeling Michan was going to be dropped, because even from the last two singles, you can see that among the Sakura 8, she's the one that lacked the promotion and exposure. So that was kind of expected. Karin being dropped was kind of unexpected, because like Shiro said, the reception of her songs were some of the fan favorites. And I think after the Back's live, I think everyone agrees that Chuke should enter the title song, which he did.
Yeah.
So I thought it's good. I think that's all for me.
Alright. So next will be our dream coupling units. We could go backwards for this one. So Mino, do you want to start again? I'll start this time.
I can know, in Sokosaku, there's those three members that always bring chaos. So I kind of want them to be a unit. So Chuke, Matsuri, and Inori. I think that will be kind of fun to see. And also, since Karin recently is becoming a member favorite, so I kind of want to see the members that already said that Karin Daisuki that to be in a unit. So Risa, Michan, and Kira especially. I mean with Karin, so I thought it'd be fun to see. So Shiro?
Yep. For me, I want a dance unit even though we have one this time for Jamaica beer, but I think we need uh some more members in it, like Fo and uh Karin and Choke. So yep, I'm hoping for a dance unit with a dance song, or rather than a dance heavy song. Yeah, and this one is a another chaotic com- unit that I have. Uh, I want. It's like the Oyabon Kobon unit of Sugayuka and Masamoto Kira. It will be chaotic as well.
Can we add Nan in there?
So is Nen a Kobon or Oyabon?
All right, Mitch, what are your thoughts?
I want to see Sakura Band. Like, this is an idea that has been toyed with since like 2018, since they mentioned in Kyakake, with like with Neru getting that expensive bus, but
Right.
it never came true. And this time they have another change with it, like with Inoue and Matsuri and Seki, even like with them being able to play musical instruments, and like they also have Akiho who can write her own songs.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
And
so good.
yeah, this is why I want them to self-produce their own songs, their own music, because like they showed that they are entirely capable of it. Like with the song they sing for 10, they made for 10, and then like the song Akiho recently made for to promote the mackerel. It actually have a good melody. And that's why I want to see them like being given the chance to self-produce their own music, like write their own lyrics, because I think that they are perfectly capable. They have the capability of it, and even if it comes out bad, like we are their fans, so we are just going to say, yeah, good, 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 continue, go on. Yeah,
Most importantly, if they do self-produce and write the lyrics, then they'll get the royalties for the song.
yeah, yeah, and like and other than that, I also want a unit like AKB's Blue Rose. Like like units with a mature vibe and like standing with stand, make a mix stand. Like I'd love to see like members like Habu or Risa and Bon doing it. And last, I want to see a Puriku unit, because we don't have like a unit like that yet.
It'd be so good.
Yeah, in Kaki we have like Mary or Classroom Travel unit, who is
Mhm.
Shooties and more orthodox, and we don't have that kind of unit yet in Sakurazaka. So I'd love to see us getting like one full orthodox unit with glittery outfit. I think it would be so fun to see.
Agreed. Um, Also, just a little note for those who are not AKB fans or aren't really that or not that in the know. Blue Rose was from the Team K second stage, and it was like made up of like kind of like the cooler members like Akimoto Sayaka, Ori Megumi, Masuda Yuka, and Miyazawa Sai. That was the lineup for that song. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that in case people didn't know, because I don't know if everybody who's listening transitioned from AKB to Sakamichi like some of us did.
For Nogi, a Nogi equivalent will be Komorio.
Oh yeah. All right. So for me, my dream unit would have 3. So my first one would be a Pomu team. So as you guys probably know, Michan has her beloved dog Pomu, and on top of that, there's members like Inori who call Michan just Pomu, even though that's her dog's name, and then Michan calls Chuke Pomu, and then guess Karin does too. Karin calls Michan Pomutu now, and then Pon just wasn't there like she like pulls her like a leash, like her hair like a leash. So I think that would be a very that would be a fun unit, a Pon unit. And then I would like a unit featuring the band centers because I think that they all did it really well. So obviously Hikaru, who was the original center, and then Akipo, Fuchan, and Chuke. I think that would be like a really interesting lineup because you have like your mainstay Senbatsu member, and then Chuke, who is kind of like on a teetering. Then you also have like the Akipo and Fuchan, who are kind of like they're like the ones who don't get really much attention. So I think they would do really well in that kind of thing. And then of course, I would like a nobody's fault center unit. So obviously Hikaru again, then Habu, Hikari, and Inori. I think that would be just like another really cool and explosive song. So those are the dream units for that was our answers for the first question. We have two more. So the second one was Indra from Indonesia. They asked, "Do you guys think the title tracks have some kind of story throughout, from Nobody's Fault to Band to Nagaredama?" So I guess I'll just answer first. So I see that there's a connection between the lyrics, that it's very how do I say it? And I feel like it's kind of like someone, like, an individual kind of going through hardships and that kind of thing and kind of overcoming. And I guess, I don't know, it's very big. But I mean, I do see that, I kind of see like a, similarities between the lyrics, but then there's not that much continuity between the music videos. So I don't know if there's any story, but let's see what other people think. So, Mitch?
I think no, there's no continuation. I think that we are following different protagonists. It's been mentioned before that Hono is playing a devil, which I think is like the first quote unquote villain role in the entire Kyosaku discography. But in her book card interview, Ray said that her personal interpretation of the song is that the protagonist got hit by a stray bullet after getting banned. Like, she thought that maybe that's what happened, but like, it's her own interpretation of the song, and we are free to think about it.
Shira, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, I think each single has their own story to tell. So I think they're not related. So it's only we have only one protagonist with different stories to tell, or like what Mitch has said, each title track has its own different protagonist. So yeah.
Mino?
I don't really dissect the song or the MVs, so I don't really have an opinion on this. But Michan did say in her Umami once that her interpretation of the Boku in Ambivalent is taking a new step forward to Watashi in Nazikoi. So I don't think that there's necessarily a connection between Nova 4 band and Nadari Dama. So like what Mitch said, that each of the protagonists is kind of their own story.
All right. So I guess the common agreement is that there isn't really a story. But of course, it's up to everyone's interpretation. So if any of the listeners have their own story in their head, we won't discredit you. All right. So, Buchan says, what are you expecting comes next for Sakurazaka? Like a drama or an album? Mino, do you want to start?
Oh, I think we're all in agreement that we want a drama, because our last, like, a group drama, not including the Borders one, which is Sakamiti, was like 4 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's been years, and I just basically just want the management to actually promote posting more content out in the public. So like I'm dance practice and what?
Yes.
And
yes.
I don't know if all of you guys know that in fan club the management been doing like envy reactions.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
So-
I'm so annoyed they didn't put it in YouTube.
So I hope
Because
that
it was so funny.
even though if it's not a full 10 minutes in envy reactions, I hope that maybe a little like snippets of the envy reactions, so like to entice more like casual fans to join the NC. It's like
Yeah, I agree. That's like such a big thing for like K-pop. Like the groups react to their own songs, and I think like it's like a very short, easy way to kind of get to know the members. I think so. I think they should do that.
You know how Noki get their own YouTube contents?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish they could do the same. Like, I think Matsuri mentioned before, like she wished that they could do a vlog, like like how they are when they are playing games together. Because we heard a lot about the members when they are playing game, like how they are just like shit on each other, which sounds really funny, and I would love to like get a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
What better way, what better place to put it other than YouTube? Like it would be so fun, but they can't even write. They can't even write Suchi's radio name right.
Yeah.
It's really annoying because like there's a lot of potential, and I'm pretty sure that they have the resources for it, but they didn't further, I guess.
Hmm.
Like I'm still not sure how are they planning to promote the group,
Right.
because like during Kayaki Kayaki was the only group who doesn't have Sunday, like Nagisatsu, Hinasatsu, they don't have that,
Right.
and Kya also didn't have a TikTok account.
Hmm.
And at first I thought, okay, like they're treating Kayaki as like an idol that is not idol, which is like their thing back then.
Right.
So they didn't do Kisatsu, they don't have Hinasatsu, they don't have TikTok. Okay, I was like, okay, like maybe they are going to promote them in a different way. Like maybe something else. Like because like maybe like Kisatsu series and TikTok are more like an idol.
Mhm.
But the fact is that they still didn't try to give them anything that is like more suited for them. So
Right.
so like there is no dance practice while they are known as the best dancers in Sakamichi.
Hmm.
There is no vlog. There is
Um,
not
like
even like yes.
like I think we all can agree that the other day about the CDTV, the dance collaboration, like it attract a lot of non fans. So I think that the dance practice will be nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and like have them cover, like Sony have a lot of different artists, and I think they also the ones behind like several K-pop groups promotion in Japan,
Hmm.
which like just let them do dance covers or meetup kind of videos like what they did to YOASOBI, or like like just upload the practice video for YOASOBI. Like that will gain them a lot of fans, a lot of new fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think they need to kind of realize that like even though there's like these like there's like as a fairly like hardcore fan, there's like there's good content for us. I mean, not not as much as I would like, but there's like we have the Sakura Meguri if we buy the CDs. We have all these things if we buy the CDs. There's these things if we buy the tickets, et cetera, et cetera. It's all stuff that you have to kind of go out of your way to get. But like the easiest and the best way to get the fans is to have these contents all easily accessible on YouTube, like in the full version. And that could easily pick up the casual fans, and that could get people to buy the CDs. Like they just there needs to be like more initiative to like pick up casual fans in a way that they could like easily consume these these small bits of content and get more interested in the group.
Like I really don't understand why they have to put the MV reaction videos on like behind paywall, the official Facebook, because like when I watched it, it was like really fun, and it's like funny to see them teasing Karin during Guzen, during the Guzen MV reaction, which is like I remember telling Shiro like, why the heck did they put this behind paywall? Like because it's so fun to watch on YouTube, and it can like increase the views on like on the MPs.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
So yeah, I'm really confused. Why? Like why are you paywalling this?
Yeah, this is the complaining about seed and flower corner, by the way.
Actually, there's another thing that can pull more fans, like the FRVR Square, because it's like it's in another app, so it really you need to get out of your way to
But the
get it.
content
But
there is so good.
FR Square, like it's really good. Like if only they can put together, or if we can only show the one whole video in YouTube, then it can really go and attract more fans, because it shows like for example they watch Nagaredama or any songs, then they watch that one. It really shows their gap, which is kind of what people are into.
I think that for VR and FR, for Sukasaku, I think that like it's a part of their collaboration with Gyal.
Mm-hmm.
Both VR and FR are also owned by SoftBank, which is a Gyal. So like, and they have their own separate applications for it, which is like for Japanese fans, they are easily accessible. When you compare Gyal, which is free to watch, and Hinaai, which is in Hikari Air, no wait, Hikari TV, which is like behind paywall. Sokosaku is actually way more accessible.
Like for example, oh, I saw Sakurazaka somewhere. Oh, they have this in FRVR Square. Are you willing to download it? Unlike
I
on
mean,
YouTube, you can just click a link like for promotions. But yeah, I understand the part that it's part of their deal. But yeah, I mean those kinds of contents, if only they can put up something the same out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
mm,
How about before we kind of keep going down this road? How about we go back to the main question at hand? Shiro, do you want to ask? You want to say what you're expecting next?
Yeah, since we already say it already, so it's a drama, or at least a game. Like they only have Unier right now,
yeah.
and they don't and the said game is not really exclusive for them.
Right.
So they are like splitting it with Hinata. So if
Mm.
only they can have a game that's for them only, it will
Yeah.
be good.
Mitch, what do you?
I think there's been a lot of mention about drama, and I'm going to add stage play.
Yeah.
Because like
The stage play is huge.
even if it's not a group stage play in the way that it's the one that Noki usually do,
Principal.
principal. Yeah, principal. Even if it's not something like principal, maybe, even if, like it's if it's something like Noki's Sailor Moon or Hiragana's Makika Madoka, like it's going to be a good experience anyway for whoever get a spot in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a group of 5 or a group of 6. It can be like just 1, 2 girls starring in a stage play on their own. Like, but they they have a job. They are getting experience. As an actress.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't have to be a whole group drama too. Like I want to see like say Karin, like in a drama or acting in a movie somewhere because like like getting more jobs with acting in general because like most like most like 90%, 95% of the second generation we haven't seen them doing any acting.
Right.
Yes. And I would love to see them, acting because like there's a lot of girls who already talk about how much they want to try acting, how they are kind of toying with the idea of being an actress. So I want them to be given the chance to try. Like even once. Like but they try it.
Yeah, agreed. For me personally, I mean, as everyone says, drama would be nice. I'm not sure how likely it would be, but I do have to agree with Mitch that even just like a stage play, like I feel like even like we probably won't be able to see it because it is the nature of a stage play, but just like it's such like a reliable way for these members to continue getting jobs after graduation. Like so many Nogi grads still do stage plays. Like I think like Sayunyan still does stage plays. Reika still does, that's like her main thing, the stage plays, and it's like it's a good way to get like work, and then it's just like being able to get that work ethic from doing something like for so long consistently over same day, like over several days. I think it's just like in the long run, I think it's one of the best kinds of jobs they could get, even though it's like it might not be as exciting as like as a drama, but I just think it's just kind of good to have that like how like having that like experience of doing something like that. I think it's so valuable for the members.
Like Oda recently, like you have she have the Star Prince movie, and then she have like the stage play at the end of the year, and she didn't have a lot of experience actually.
Right. Yeah. It's just like such an easy way for the members to get experience. Just trying out those kinds of like small gigs, like a stage play. That and I just don't understand why so few members in the group have gotten one. And the fact that we still haven't gotten a group one either, I think it would have been in a good way. And then and then also the question asked about an album, and I would say that it's the same for every group, that the first album comes after the fourth single. So obviously, and we're still in the third single, so I don't expect to get that next. But what I would like is actually an anime or an opening or ending song.
Yes.
That's what I would like to see. I don't. It's like I know I might not like get that many new fans like domestically, like in Japan, but like those kinds of things are like really, it's such like a cool way to get recognition overseas. Even though we probably won't get like a huge influx of fans, I feel like a ton of people watch a music video like
recognition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like USOB gained like a lot of fans too.
Lisa.
Yeah. If you see the views on songs that are anime openings compared to like an artist, like if it's like a a regular artist, and they get like like a regular amount of views, like a few million, and then you see like one is like an anime song, and it gets like tens of millions, sometimes even hundreds of millions of views if it's like a huge song, and it's just like it's just like a huge boost in the profile. Like I don't know, it baffles me that Sakurazaka still have, or even Keiki, like that, like it could have been like a huge thing to do an anime opening.
Keiki was invited to a Jam Fest, a Jam music festival, and among the lineup, they are the only group who doesn't have a song, who doesn't do any anime song, which is like very odd because like all the other lineup, they all shoot in for a Jam anime, like Naruto, One Piece, Black Clover,
right?
But but not Gage. That's why there was a rumor that I'm Out is going to be the ending song for Neverland. There was a rumor.
That was so good.
Yeah, but like nothing comes of it.
It's such an easy way to get more exposure that I really hope that's in the future, because I think that they suit those kinds of songs. Like they would suit like a really epic opening or closing song. Yeah, like even in the if you check, I don't know about on Spotify, but like on Apple Music, like Tsuki no Okisa by Nogi is like the top. It's like consistently the top most listened to song by them because it was a Naruto opening, and like even like my very first Nogi song was Yubi Boinkyo, which was the ending from Maggie. No, I love that song, but I just think it's a good opportunity to get the exposure, and then even exposure for international fans. I was saying like if we get like a Boku no Hero Academia like opening, that's like instant like so much hype that Sakurazaka would get. I mean that's like that's the big league. But another idea I had was like if Hunter ever resumes, which it won't, but but it would be really cool if like Sakurazaka did like a remake of Silent Majority, because as Hunter fans know, like one of the Nen power in the part that hasn't been animated yet, one of the Nen powers called Silent Majority, and it's very clearly just touchy. I think it would be really it'd be really cool to get like a remake of Saimaja if that's possible, or I don't know, just like it's just the original song would be cool too. Same for One Dance, which is the manga that Hikari likes a lot. If we get like a Jamaica beer unit performance of that song, it'd be really cool.
Like if it becomes an anime, if One Dance is adapted into an anime, I kind of hope that Hikari can get at least a cameo for voice acting.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Even if she only appear for one episode, I think that she's going to love the opportunity.
Yeah, it would just be such like a nice gesture, and I've noticed that like I saw like I think a few Hinata members have done like small anime cameos. I think I saw that. So that'd be it'd just be a nice thing to get, considering she's such a big fan. Okay, so it seems like we got one more question. So AM asks, will you guys let the members and management know about the project? If so, how? I mean, as
Mobile.
Yeah, I guess what international fans could do is just a campaign to send the members messages on Mobame. I remember we did send an email to Seed and Flower about like the fan project for the end of the Keiki fan project that we did in last year. We never got a response from that, if I remember correctly, but just filming it, posting it on Twitter, hashtagging, just like the the down and dirty way of just like spamming on Twitter about the project is probably
Well, that is our only way.
yeah.
That's probably the best way.
Aside
And
from Mobame,
I think
yeah, that's probably
I
the
think
best way.
Matome is like
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure like management probably has someone keeping an eye on Matome. So
Yeah, there's a lot of mention of staff looking at Matome sites because they know things that are like mostly posted to Matome sites, and then even Toyama, the guy from School of Lock, he also follow Matome, the Matome sites, and Suchi's children were a big fan of Sakamichi. They also read Matome sites. So it's actually a pretty important gateway in trying to get exposure.
right. So I mean, yeah, we could also message the radio, like tweet at the radio hosts. Hey guys, look at this. So yeah, I mean, we don't have a direct contact with the management if that's what you're asking. So we are it's a lot of having to do the legwork and get the attention.
It's like bringing pots
we can probably
and bringing them together.
So with that, hopefully we've answered all of your questions for this podcast. Thank you for anybody who's listened to the entire thing. Again, if you have any questions, you're welcome to DM Sakurazaka Central. And we hope that you guys could continue to support our project. We really want to make this happen. Yeah. Anyone else have anything else to say?
I don't think so.
All right. So thanks and have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.